competing in the bantamweight division, Jessica Rose Clark.
Woo! I'll cheer for myself.
I gave you a little one.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. Thank you.
It wasn't little.
It was better than nothing.
Everyone ready? Good? Cool. All right. Well, welcome to Dirty Boxing. How does the fight week with the new promotion feel? And I guess also on top of that, why Dirty Boxing?
Yeah, I mean, this fight week's been really cool. Obviously, I was in the UFC for a long time, and it's nice coming back to a fight week that is similar, where I feel like we're being really looked after, and the flow is something I'm super used to. So it's been awesome. And why Dirty Boxing? Honestly, since the day I met Coach Kieran, I've been telling him, like, man, I wish someone would just do boxing with elbows. All I want to do is boxing with elbows. And I've been fighting Muay Thai for the last 2 years, and I want to transition into pro boxing. And this feels like the perfect time within my career to finally get the boxing with elbows.
So that is the goal, actually use this, get more experience, and then transition to pro boxing.
Honestly, right now, like, I'm kind of coming to the end of my career. I've been fighting for almost 15 years now. I'm getting ready to leave this behind and move on to what's next. And right now, I just feel like I'm completing side quests. Like, I just want to try everything so I can walk away being like, yeah, I did everything that I wanted to do. So I will stay here with Dirty Boxing, and I will also go fight boxing, and I will also continue to fight Muay Thai. I'll go defend my world championship. I'm going to go win some more world championships in Muay Thai. So yeah, I'm just doing side quests and doing the things that make me happy after being stuck in MMA for a long time where I wasn't very happy. So right now my primary goal is just enjoying what I'm doing.
Are you able to speak on that a little bit? Like, what specifically about MMA was making you not happy?
Honestly, I never wanted to do MMA in the first place. Like, my first couple of fights were kickboxing, and that's what I wanted to do. But in Australia, there was nothing for me when it came to kickboxing. MMA was where I could make money. Doing MMA was what allowed me to become a full-time fighter. So I'm really appreciative of the experience that I had. But the whole time I was fighting, it was never where my heart was. I was just doing it because I was really good at it, and it was paying the bills. But it got to the point where I got a little older, and I just started getting more and more injured from MMA camps in particular, and it just, the payoff wasn't worth it anymore.
Glad you're here.
Thanks, I'm glad to be here.
Obviously, you've got a bit of history with Paige VanZant. I know that she's gone that boxing route as well, and that she had that massive fight with Elle Brooke. Is that the kind of, like, would you rather go like a more like serious, like a Holly Holm type route in boxing, or would you rather, like, would you kind of like to do sort of the more fun, like, Misfits boxing type thing, like Paige did?
I mean, I would love to fight for Misfits. I would love to fight Elle Brooks as well. That's someone who is on my list. She's no joke. She may be an influencer, but she's a legitimate boxer with real power, with real skills. So I wouldn't say that going the Holly Holm route is more of a professional route than what even Paige has done, because she's fought women in boxing who are legitimate boxers. Whether they make money as in other ways or not doesn't deter from the fact that they're legitimate athletes and legitimately good at the sport that they're doing. So yeah, Elle Brooks is on my list, Paige is on my list. Whether I fight Paige here in Dirty Boxing or I fight her in pro boxing, I don't know, but I know that one's going to happen before I retire.
Well, I think she may be off the list for a while. I think she's not going to
Yeah, I saw that. That's okay, I still got time.
That's true, but so you mentioned Elle Brooke and Paige VanZant. Like, do you have like a list of like girls who at this point you're like, at this stage I'm looking specifically for these kinds of matchups with these particular girls who I want to get in with?
Yeah, and I've had a couple of offers. I've had a couple of really, really good offers. I'm just waiting, just the timing needs to be right. That's the only thing that's limiting me right now when it comes to pro boxing.
Rudy from Fighting Almeida. Jessy, question. With the fighting pool, the competition pool that you have growing in Dirty Boxing, do you feel like that's the competition and that's the challenge that you're looking forward to, opposed to what you're kind of used to with Muay Thai and MMA?
Well, I mean, every sport I've been in has been a challenge, especially moving from one sport to a completely different style. Like, MMA is a very different style to Muay Thai. Dirty boxing is a very different style to Muay Thai and MMA. Pro boxing is a very different style to even dirty boxing. So each avenue has had its challenges, and all the women in it are legitimate challenges. I know the women that are here at in my weight class for dirty boxing, and every one of them is a killer. That's exactly right, and I'm ready for that. I'm excited for that, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow night, and I'm looking forward to what happens after this one.
They say that the last very entertaining women's fight. I would say it was more entertaining than a couple of the other fights that happened that same night. Do you feel like you're going to be providing us a good show with this fight to showcase your talent and break out?
Listen, it takes two people to make an entertaining fight, right? I know what I'm capable of. I know the way that I fight. I don't know how she fights. I haven't seen anything of her, you know? So I can't give you a full answer to that question because it's going to take both of us being willing to go, 10 toes in and fight. All I can say is that I've prepared the way I need to prepare. I fight the way I fight. The way I fight has always been very entertaining, and I can guarantee that that's what I'm going to come in with.
Last question if I can. Your opponent also claimed that she's going to be striving to be the queen of dirty boxing, and stating that now that you want to stick around with dirty boxing, how do you take that comment?
I don't care. That means nothing to me.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Ron with Savage Combat Sports Media. You mentioned side quests, so it sounds like you're not planting your feet at any promotion. In the future, you mentioned Paige and other people. Is there any interest of ever taking the gloves off and going with that bare knuckle?
Zero. I've spoken to bare knuckle multiple times. They asked me what figure it would take for me to fight bare knuckle, and I gave them that figure. And if they ever come to me with that figure, I'll do a one fight with them. Cool.
I have one more for you. Your opponent was up here, asked about your UFC experience, all that, the star aura of it all. She said non-factor, doesn't think the experience itself matters. Do you agree with this, or do you think your experience actually will carry over and give you success there?
Experience in a big show, no, I don't think that matters. I think fight time within a cage and a ring, I think that's what matters. She's also had a lot of fights, so I might have a little more in-cage time, and I think that from my experience when I've fought other women who've had a little more in-cage time, in-ring time, I've definitely noticed it. That might play a factor. She could come out a real dog tomorrow night and make me work for it, make me work really hard for it. That's all I can hope for. But I don't think being in the UFC and being in a big event before really plays into it at all.
And no accidental head kicks tomorrow night?
No. I banned myself from kicking for the last month, just in case.
You used to fight in the bantamweight division in the UFC, obviously new champion, and I know that there's a big fight between Nunes and Harrison. What's your prediction? What's your analysis on that one?
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I couldn't even tell you the last time I watched a UFC fight. I have absolutely zero interest in watching MMA, in doing MMA, in having anything to do with MMA as a sport and the UFC as a company, unless it's one of my friends fighting. In saying that, I do think Kayla was always going to have the path that she's had. But I do think that Amanda, on a good night, is going to murk anybody. Amanda also has off nights. And if she has an off night against Kayla, then I'd take Kayla. But you're not going to know until the night.
Thank you.
Cool. Thanks, team.